Good afternoon, our viewers around the world, and welcome to Topadis TV. It's another fresh edition of our program today on rebuilding our nation. And the topic we'll be exploring today is your state in 2019. I know there are so many things that people have been thinking, many expectations towards 2019, and also the beginning of new dawn. So today I have a very special guest for you. And the topic, which is your state in 2019, will be the one to be doing justice today. Because, and of course, you will agree with me that we have seen the best of this present dispensation. So, our esteemed viewers, I wanted to welcome with me a very important personality, a very great man in public, a notable man in the society. He is a senior advocate in Nigeria, Mr. Adeniyi Akintola. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Really appreciate you for being on this program today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So, the program is your state in 2019. You know, there are a lot of expectations. People are expecting that what is going to happen in 2019, and even presently, this present dispensation in your state. And I want us to start with that. What's your view about this current administration in your state?
To God be the glory. So far, so good. We started this journey in 1999. The present democratic dispensation. And I tell you, my sister, we've never had this so good. That is the truth. Because if we wear the shoes, we wear the pictures.
Yes.
I was a victim of legalism, thuggery, and we're interested that some of us really had to stay out of town for years. We were kind of...
it was that bad?
It was that bad. There was a time when Oyo State was in the state of nature, where life was short, nasty and brutish. It was so bad that in one day, 30 medical doctor students were more down on the street of God. You recall that time? That was a time when the garrison commander was in charge. That was a time when the president of the day declared Oyo State as a garrison. That was a time when the thugs were having their ways. That was a time when a thug took over the House of Assembly and presided as Speaker. That was a time when dogs were killing lions. I remember the popular saying that in society where dogs kill lions is not a safe place to live.
Of course, definitely.
So many of us, I remember the present governor of Osun State, His Excellency Governor Rafael used to tease myself, Governor Ladoja and Governor Ajimobi at some of our meetings, because we normally have meetings. We were finding a way of chasing out the hooligans from the seat of power. And we used to have meetings in Kenya, normally to precise mind. And Governor Akintola, he was not a governor there. He used to tease us and say, look, I dare you, go to Ibadan, pass through Malete. We would turn to my governor and say, Senator, I dare you, you pass through Charifu. Because if you want the chief, I know you do, a blessed memory, an industrialist who owned the land and some other industries. We asked him, and bro,
people were so afraid to.
People were so afraid. It was that bad. And because of that, nobody was in charge. But to God be the glory, God gave us this man called governor. He's like Abiola Ajimobi. And he has done the thing. How he did it, I wouldn't know. I think life has some kind of a divine touch. Because successful governors after Governor Lamadishina,
okay,
tried to step the tide of things, but it didn't work that way. I and Chief Olanipekwese were attacked at the court premises. We were doing our jobs. We were attacked by dogs. That I was smuggled out, myself and Chief Olanipekwese. We were smuggled out of the court premises by President in an unmarked smoker. It was that bad. It was a time when the Commissioner of Police, General Johnson, told me to my face the presence of the present governor of Ondo State, Governor Akintola, the Chief Adeniyi, told the commissioner of police told me to my face that he could not guarantee my safety. After addressing the press conference, he said nobody was above the law and what have you. Because the parade had been called me and said, look, this town will not contain you and I. Not that bad. Justice Bolagunte, a judge of the High Court, was threatening not to come to work the following day because he made an order that the parade had been fed on comforting roof. And he was told point blank, if you dare come to work tomorrow, we will break your leg. He ran to the state commissioner of police. We were all there together. I mean, Justice Bolagunte, he's a judge of Oyo State High Court. He fled this town, and for about 8 months he could not step here. It was a time when nobody was.
So it's like a fire on the mountain.
Yes, so that the present governor is going to bring about peace and need the ugly situation in the board. I think we shout hallelujah.
Yeah, we really thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
What all you said about that now, how can you assess the state of politics in Oyo State presently and looking towards Oyo State in 2019 as well?
Well, again, to God be the glory. If you look at the number of aspirants that have come out to vie for the coveted post, you agree with me that the present governor has set the templates that brought about conducive atmosphere for people to want to aspire. And when you look at the quality of people that are coming out, brilliant people from all walks of life, you know, professors, engineers, lawyers, people who are knowledgeable, people who have made it in their various fields of man endeavor, who are now aspiring to govern the state. It's a plus for the present administration. Because in the past, people like us, they have not come out. It was the time then, it was the time for the government of the illiterate, by the illiterate for the enlightened. It was that bad. That for you to be knowledgeable is in itself an albatross on your neck.
To have somebody like you, senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yes, because at that time, people like us, they are not. You dare not. You chase away from town by the thugs. It was a time when a notable thug who is now in jail was made the vice chairman of a local government, not his local government. It was that bad. With face caption, carrying pop action gun and another machine gun on his right, it was on the front page of the Punch newspaper. And yet that fellow became fair chairman of a local government. It was that bad. So far, we thank God for all that, and we give all the glory to Almighty God. We want to thank the present governor for creating the conducive atmosphere to allow that to happen.
Okay, and also I want us to look at some other things like, you know, in every administration there's always an accusing finger being pointed to past dispensation. And now it seems as if this present dispensation is blaming all the problems compacting APC now presently on PDP. What will you say to that? What's your view on that?
Well, it's not something you can put in a straight jacket. You have to look at the polity holistically. You have to subject issues to empirical analysis so you can draw line of demarcation between those things that be of immense value to the people and those things that be of immense value to the actors. And there is no point apportioning blames. You have to look at it from the point of view of our past. If you don't know where you are coming from, you will not be able to pursue
where are you going?
Your goal. I mean, your future goal. It's better to sacrifice your today for your tomorrow. And I think we have paid our dues in that regard. Because we are actually, Nigerians have actually gone through there. Look at the kind of mind-boggling revelations that are coming out in terms of corruption, impunity, and you and I, we are accomplices. We are accomplices because we refuse to speak out when it was necessary for us to speak out.
People are afraid.
Why must we be afraid of dying? So you are afraid of dying, and that's the bane of Nigerian development. You are now afraid of death, and yet you are dying by installments. How many Nigerians are actually living? We have just merely existing. And there's a world of difference between living and existing. Those who are taking untreated water, flying bad road, taking expired drugs, they are not actually living. And that's one area that I'm so complacent. Some people call it resilience. I call it cowardice. I call it complacency on our parts. We have been far ahead of where we are today if we have done our bits. And that's why people like us are coming and say, look, we are tired of precisely by the wayside. Let's go in there and see. And that is the challenges facing the youth in Nigeria today. Many of them are afraid of taking risk. I remember in the days of Nadeko, only 3 of us were holding this town by the jugular. And my uncle self. We are not afraid of dying. But the present crops of boys and girls of today, they cannot even afford to walk from University of Banagate to Dubai like we used to do then. They cannot even afford to face the bullets.
Okay,
like
I think that in this sense, can you sensitize the youngsters how they can fight corruption?
They just have to. Their future lies in their hands. They should not be afraid of dying. Die, man. Die,
the word
die for a cause. Die.
The word death is something that one should be wary of.
Why should you be wary of that? If our Lord didn't make sacrifice, will you be having all the facilities you have in the Western region today? Tell me what has been added to what our Lord left. He was trying, he went to prison.
Nobody wants to die.
Akintola went to prison. You know how many times the lives of Jakonde, the lives of Akintola were detained, but the rest of many of you are not willing to spend even one night in detention. And go and ask from everybody out there. Go and ask people. Do you know how many times we spent at the detention camp? There's another grand detention camp there without window. And there's a office there. How many of you will be willing and ready to go through that? All you do now is to ping your life away. You are either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you are tweeting your life away. That's what you are doing now. You are just not ready to take the bull by the horn. Mentality on the part of my younger brothers and sisters out there. There is the mentality of self-righteousness. You see, self-believing that, that's our time. It's our time. Yes, we are the owners of tomorrow. That's when we get to tomorrow. The younger ones say you are the leaders of tomorrow. Yes, but that is if you get to tomorrow. You have to get to tomorrow before you can be leaders of tomorrow. Then how do you get to tomorrow when you are drinking untreated water, when you are applying bad roads, when you are taking expired drugs, you are done by installment. You are saying you are not willing and ready to die for those coming behind you. I mean, you are a joker.
Alright, I also want us to dive deep into this politics towards your state 2019. The broken faction of PDP are forming alliance. Even the frontliner gladiators in Oyo State, they have already formed alliances. Where do you think the stand of APC would be during the election?
I must tell you straight away that no serious-minded APC member is listening to our slave. Because the truth of the matter is that the PDP have boxed itself into a corner. Human memory is very short, but I can tell you the memory of our people in Oyo State is not that short. They knew the kind of hardship they went through in the hands of PDP as a political party. All the bad experiences are painted happened under PDP. They didn't happen under Lamadeshino. The moment Lamadeshino died and the PDP took over, it was terrible years for the people of Oyo State. The PDP brought thuggery, killings, maladministration, everything that is evil to this state. And that's why no serious-minded person want to embrace them. The most of the gladiators there now, some of them are decamped to the progressive camp, only for them to go back to their forming.
So they're already forming an alliance time.
That shouldn't be a problem to... All we need to do is just to go out there and remind the people the atrocities. Don't forget that I defended many of them. When they brought thuggery and impeached their governor, God used me as an Uber to bring back that government. I mean my Egbon, who the Egbon, Alhaji Ladoja. Many of them who are out there, they don't have that orientation of the conservatives. They have this mindset of progressives. That was how they came back to the progressives. Each time they run into trouble out there, they come back to the progressives for survival, for emancipation, for liberation. The former slave leader, my younger brother, my good brother, Senator Teslim Forani, was charged with murder by his fellow party mate. It was my luck to get him out. So I know what you are talking about.
So you mean APC still have their stand?
Well, very strong stand. Yeah, we are the party to beat. And come out their news. All we need to do is just to go out and start reminding them of the atrocities that have been committed by these people. The amount of money they've stolen so far, what they have had to refund. And by the time we sensitize the people, they will get the message.
Yeah. All right, we are with Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Adeniyi Akintola. After this short break, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the program Rebuilding Our Nation, and the topic we've been exploring all the while is your state in 2019. And we're still with our host, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Adeniyi Akintola. Now, sir, you're welcome back. Now, I want us to take a look at Okiogun. They have never produced any governor before, and now they're expressing their grievances. Ogbomoso, which has only just 5 local governments, they have 10 local governments. So now, looking at that, I'm thinking that is it all about rotation or having someone that is competent and also having a good governance in the state?
Thank you. I'm sorry if I have to be hard on people postulating that. The question is, who's an Ibadan man? Who's an Ogbomoso man? Who's an Okiogun man? The problem with some people is that they are just refusing to read. Many of them don't even understand the political, the cultural, and the geographical arithmetic of your state. When you understand the cultural and arithmetic of your state, you know that the Oyos from Ota in Ogun State to Ofaigbola State are Oyo speaking. For 70% of the people of Osun State are Oyo speaking people. So any Oyo man can be governor here. And how do I mean? Who is an Ibadan man? Who is an Ogbomoso man? The president of Ibadan is from Ibeti, from Okiogun. Does that surprise you? The next in line to Olubadan, Dr. Lekan Balogun from Iwo. In fact, the grandfather was Olubadan, Ali Iwo. The first case handled by Papa Awolowo was the title of the case is Laoye against Olubadan in council, reported in 1947 Waka, it was decided in Accra, Ghana. And who was that Laoye? Laoye was the Time of Ede who wanted to become Magaji in Ibadan. He contested it for the stool of Magaji with the father of Dr. Musa Adeniyi at Idikon, the famous Adeniyi Idikon. When he lost out, he wanted to go back. He could not because he was rude to the Yoruba and they prevented him from going back. He now went to court, he lost. Up to West African Court of Appeal. She confirmed that Awolowo Blessed Memory was his counsel. Not only that, do you know that used to be in Ibadan District Council as we speak, 5 promotions have been Olubadan land, including Olubadan Oyetunde, including Olubadan Salawu Adeoyo. Have you heard the song Awala Ibadan? To Ogbomoso, èyí náà tó ń tiwa.
Of course, I've heard that before.
I speak with you. I'm in the 6th generation of the Ibekule family. Where does Ibekule come from? If I may ask you, maybe you don't know. Let me educate you today. Where was Abiola from? Abiola was from Ojo here. His father reigned as Balogun of Ojo in Abeokuta. It was the war that destroyed Ojo. You know where Ojo is located?
Yes.
In Ibadan, outskirts of Ibadan here. It's a suburb of Ibadan. When he became rich, he came back, bought his forefather's village, and built Abiola bookshops there. You see there? And that was why he was made Bashaw of Ibadan land. Every Oyo speaking person, There was one very good example of mine at Adeniyi. You know, he migrated from Ishe to Ibadan. Today, he's a sole member of Lagelu 16, my benefactor. They were the one that sent me to school. He contested as governor because of Ibadan from Ishe. Governor Kolako Ishola, the grandfather was from Ede in Osun State. Are you aware of the fact that there are many families, half of the people of Iwo have their family houses in Ibadan town? Yet Iwo is in Osun State.
Yes.
More than 3/4 of the people in Ikire have their family compounds in Ibadan. Yeah, that is Ikire is in Osun State. Our late Baba Adeniyi from Oyo. No meeting of Akintola family in Oyo is complete without Adeniyi presence when he was alive. Are you aware that Ibadan was a prince of Oyo? And when they want to stand the Oriki of Ibadan, you say Ibadan Oluyole. You see, when these people who are ignorant of the political, cultural, and social arithmetics of Oyo State are speaking, I don't dignify them with any answer. I want to discuss issues with those who are knowledgeable, who are not just educated. There are people who are suffering from this siege mentality of inferiority complex. And I thank God you provided the answer. Governing Oyo is about competency. It's about who can do the job. It should not be about where you come from. And if you have to break it down, can you equate what's happening in Oyo State, what's happening in Benin? As any man outside Thief land govern Benin State. As any man outside Igala govern Kogi State before Audi death that brought about Bello. I'm asking you. As any man after Nupawa govern Niger State, please give Ibadan some credit. Ibadan have been very liberal.
That's a very good one. And taking a look at your aspiration to become the next governor in your state, there are some others that have also shown their interest to contest in the gubernatorial election. So, what do you think are your chances?
Well, at the beginning of this program, I did say to you that practically everybody that is apparent to be of high caliber. And I discuss issues. I discuss issues, not personalities. But I can tell you, Riyadh is so good that for the number of the aspirants, highly qualified, highly intelligent people who are aspiring to be. But what I have far ahead of my co-aspirants, with due respect to them, is that I have come a long way in the progressive field. The takeover of the Southwest by the progressives was, by the grace of God, this some of us as arrowhead. For those who don't have short memory, you recall that the takeover of the Southwest by the progressives was anchored by Asiwaju Tinubu. You see, Barapa local government as a template, and I handled that case. Got that away from there. And to God be the glory, I happen to be the only lawyer in this country that can beat his chest to say that remove the collaboration of others, remove at least 3 governors of the PDP for the progressives. People have forgotten so far. I was the lead counsel that removed Osubo and put to Shemale there. Also the lead counsel, I moved Oni and put Fayani there. I feel forgotten so soon. I was in the team of the election in Edo, in Ondo. I was the lead candidate before the election petition when Akintola was accused of throwing bombs about in Osun State. In fact, I remember vividly one day in London, in company of Latif Fagbemi SA. Let me say this publicly. I got a call. No, after having money back, I was on holiday. And I was inside the bus going to central London. We were actually going to Chancery, myself and Prince Latif Fagbemi SA. When I got a call from our leader, Asiwaju Tinubu, where where are you? And I said I was in London. Because incidentally, I told him the day before that I was going to London. He said, Matimura Rauf, meaning if arrested, I've come back quickly. It was the same aircraft that took me to London that brought me back in the night. Who is now the secretary to Osun State government. So between him and I will package Governor Rauf and Adeniyi to a place in Alimosho to take care of him before filing all the papers at Osogbo High Court. We were in the trenches. None of the aspirants were there with me. None of the present aspirants. From there to APC. To God be the glory. I was the counsellor to Governor Bikuli during the dark days of the PDP in the US. I was also the counsellor to Governor Ajimobi. I happened to be the counsellor to most of the progressive governors, including Ajimobi.
Time is no longer
necessary. So none of them has this pedigree. Not one of them. In fact, some of them are returnees from other parties. But some of them, they are the parties not quite a year ago. Some of them have never, don't even have any structure. Some of them have never contested any election before in their lives. I was the former deputy speaker of this state. We have forgotten also that I was that deputy speaker that was locked in the boot of a car in 1992. So I've come a long way. And I stand to be corrected. With due respect to all of them, not one of them has that type of pedigree that I have. So if the past is anything to go by, don't forget that Chibolagi was my leader. I was his personal assistant during the 1998 Pan Yoruba conference in Premier Hotel. And when we decided to now take part in the transition program of Abubakar Salam, Uncle Yemfa Robi, your senior colleague, Adeniyi and I, we are the foot soldiers of Chibolagi that put together, first and foremost, the constitution of PDP. When we pull out of PDP, we went to APP. Upon six Baba Adeniyi there, we pull out and came back with Agrele Bokno. When we went to Yabugo and now put the same thing together, it was the same constitution we put together for PDP that we adopted for AD. I was one of the 5 people that put those things together. So not one of them has that type of story behind them.
So all this should make you qualified for the seat.
Beyond that, I've been in the system. I served in the think tank of Chibolagi. I served in the think tank of Asiwaju Tinubu. I'm in the know, very close to the present government for your state.
Okay, like I said earlier, that we need somebody that is competent and that
So,
will give your state.
Yeah, kind of leadership. You see, now people want to live and die in Lagos because of continuity. Because the successor plan has been from the same family of the progressives. As well, Tinubu, God bless him, laid the foundation. Fashola came and built on the foundation. And to God be the glory, everybody is sustaining same. Have you been to Lagos of Eastern and see the wonders that are going on? Now, the Lagos state is the only state in Nigeria today where institution works. If you drive against traffic, you go before a psychiatric hospital. If you buy on the traffic, you pay a fine. All those things are there. They are enjoying that because of continuity, because of the fact that the governors are built from the same.
I want us to digress a bit. When I read your biography, I was like, you've passed through a lot. Let's talk about all this hardship when you were growing up, that you were taken to Kaduna, you've been a mechanic, and of course, what kept you going?
The grace of God. The grace of God. When you get to my house, when you are entering, you see divine favor. In my house, you see divine favor. In front of my house, you see divine favor. My life has been that of divine favor. It's beyond human comprehension. It's even beyond my own understanding. It's the wisdom of God that passes all human understanding. What I went through, I will not wish for my worst enemy. But one thing I know is this: it appears hardship is a driving force in itself. Yes, I was an apprentice mechanic in this town. I was a motor boy. I could have ended up another vagabond. I could have been any other.
But today,
but to God be the glory,
advocate of Nigeria.
Beyond that, I'm also a political scientist. Up to 3-4 years ago, I was a professor, an adjunct professor of political science here in University of Ibadan, not in Toronto, where I was teaching the MSc students. But if I had money to pay for my photographer for my graduation, that $4 that I couldn't afford, that was what spurred me into going back to the university to study and not to take another course. If I had that 4 naira to pay then, I would have been a proud Google scientist today that I beat my chest about.
You have been driven by what
you see, yes, because of what I went through. And I had no secondary school education. I didn't see from 4 of any secondary school. But to God be the glory, God has shown that He alone is in charge of the universe.
It's really a
He is, like God himself said, He said He will be merciful unto those He will be merciful unto. I just think that I owe everything. Not that thing. I believe I owe everything to Him. It's the Lord's will and it's marvelous in our eyes.
And before we leave, finally, what's your lighter notes to people out there?
Well, it's to ensure that we get it right, to ensure that we sustain this legacy of peace. That's very much pronounced in the state today. It's the greatest achievement of the present administration. Anybody who has any form of violence and this in his life is not fit and proper to govern this state. And whosoever is going to govern this state must not only be knowledgeable, must not only be well read, must be articulate. You must understand the political arithmetic of the state.
Okay.
You must understand the geographical arithmetic of the state, and you must understand the social political arithmetic of the state.
Thank you very much, San Adeniyi Akintola. We really appreciate you for granting this summit today. Alright, viewers, this is where we are going to draw the curtain today on the program Rebuilding Our Nation, and the topic has been Oyo State in 2019, and we are with our host, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Adeniyi Akintola, and he has said a lot. He said APC still have their stand in 2019. My name is Temitope Adisa. Thanks for watching.